Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. It's now been 24 hours since Spanish justice sent 8 deposed Catalan ministers to prison without bail, and Madrid wants to make sure that the Catalan president Carles Puigdemont and 4 others currently in exile in Brussels also face the same fate. A European arrest warrant is even on the table. The Catalan conflict, which the EU keeps insisting is an internal matter of Spain, has been internationalized. Now, Belgian courts will have to decide what to do with the Catalan leader and his ministers. Meanwhile, protests continue on the streets here, while the Spanish government insists that judges in Spain are impartial. Here at Catalan News, we'll tell you the latest on the issue that's shaking the political scene in Catalonia, Spain, and Europe. Let's start. More than half of the democratically elected Catalan government is now in prison, and the rest is in Belgium fighting possible extradition. In Catalonia, a general strike has been called. Protests on the street are constant. And it's with this tense atmosphere that Catalonia, now ruled directly from Madrid, will celebrate an election on December 21st. All pro-independence parties have confirmed that they will take part to defend their political goals. But there are already calls to make some of these parties illegal. This would be a major crackdown, but so far, they themselves don't foresee it as a possibility. In fact, they're already planning the logistics on how they will run.
This image sent a shockwave across Catalonia. 8 deposed Catalan ministers entering prisons in the Madrid region. Hardly anyone alive in the country has memories of the last time this happened around 80 years ago, under Franco's fascist dictatorship. That's why today in Parliament, pro-independence parties expressed outrage. They also discussed how to respond to the unprecedented situation of the December 21st elections, although a unity candidacy is gaining ground.
Ara és el moment d'una gran llista conjunta, amb l'aportació de tots els espais polítics, amb l'aportació de totes les sensibilitats, precisament per fer front a aquesta situació tan ferotge i tan xocant que tenim al davant.
Barcelona City Council has also condemned the imprisonments. In fact, a majority of councillors has demanded the immediate release of the political prisoners, a joint statement reads.
L'Ajuntament de Barcelona és la principal administració lliure d'aquest país i com a tal ha d'apel·lar a Brussel·les, ha d'apel·lar al món sencer perquè intervingui.
Not everyone is so critical of the judge's decision. In fact, the unionist Ciudadanos party blames the deposed Catalan president, Carles Puigdemont, for what has happened.
Señor Puigdemont ha querido ir hasta el final y se lo advertimos muchos durante mucho tiempo, pero las leyes tienen que funcionar absolutamente para todos.
Puigdemont didn't turn up to the Spanish National Court despite being summoned, yet he did comment on the imprisonments from Brussels.
És un molt greu error. De fet, és un gravíssim atemptat a la democràcia. El govern espanyol renuncia d'aquesta manera al diàleg necessari, al diàleg imprescindible per resoldre els problemes polítics, i aquest és un problema polític, i aposta per la via de la repressió. Aquest fet és un cop contra les eleccions del proper dia 21 de desembre, que es desenvoluparan en un clima de repressió i d'empresonaments polítics sense precedents i inacceptables a l'Europa democràtica del segle XXI.
Puigdemont's Belgian lawyer proposed that he and the 4 ministers with him could testify via video from Belgium, but the judge rejected it.
While 8 ministers are in prison without bail, and the judge had decided to also keep 2 civil pro-independence leaders being held since October 16th in prison, a former business minister that resigned right before the Declaration of Independence walked free this morning, but not before paying bail of 50,000 euros. Santi Vila left the Madrid prison after spending only 1 night there and urged the Spanish government to seek a negotiated solution to the crisis. Meanwhile, the lawyer of 3 other ministers denounced that his clients had been mistreated while being sent to prison yesterday and confirmed he will present a complaint. A video of 3 policemen mocking the ministers has been published today by the La Vanguardia newspaper.
Está llegando un osito a la cárcel. No lo llevan hasta que poco arriba. Uy, que se le cae. La regla del ojo. La regla del ojo.
Catalan President Carles Puigdemont and 4 other ministers are now in Belgium, where they await to find out how the Belgian judiciary system will react to their case. The Catalan situation has quickly escalated into a European problem, and we can speak now with our correspondent in Brussels, Laura Pous. Laura, today there were also some protests in the European capital, right?
Hello, good evening. As you can see behind me, some Catalans but also some Europeans took to the streets tonight to protest against the imprisonment of Catalan ministers. They say it's unfair, they say they are political prisoners and they should be released immediately. And they are protesting here in the heart of the European headquarters in Brussels, also asking for a reply from the European institutions to this Catalan problem. But today in the midday briefing, the daily briefing of the European Commission, the spokesperson of Juncker said nothing about Catalonia.
Can the Commission confirm that a European arrest warrant should not be accepted when there are reasons to believe that it is issued based on objective elements, that it's based has the intent of punishing a person for their political opinions?
This is a matter entirely for the judicial authorities, whose independence we respect fully.
Les 8 membres du gouvernement catalan qui ont été mis en prison hier ont été mis en prison même avant d'être jugés. Est-ce que la Commission européenne croit que ça c'est en ligne, que ça respecte les droits fondamentaux européens, la loi et la loi de l'Union européenne?
A matter for judicial authorities and we respect their independence.
Est-ce que l'indépendance de la justice, c'est une question en Espagne, c'est une question pour vous que vous allez analyser?
We fully respect the constitutional order of Spain and I have absolutely nothing to add to that well-established position.
Je sais que vous avez rejeté dans le passé une médiation européenne, mais je me demande si dans ce contexte de détention des ex-dirigeants catalans, votre position peut changer.
I believe also President Juncker has made the case on that there's nothing for us to interfere, and I'd like to keep it at that.
While Catalans protested in Brussels against the imprisonment of what they consider to be their legitimate representatives, many others also took to the streets here in Catalonia. People cut off roads and demonstrated across the country, many holding banners urging the release of the political prisoners.
The imprisonment of Catalan ministers elicited an immediate response from the public. 8 roads were cut at peak hours today, with some of Barcelona's most central thoroughfares cut off in a further protest against the judge's ruling. Protesters blocked streets, stopping vehicles and even the city tram from circulating. Even the Catalan railway service was interrupted for 15 minutes because of a protest on the line. People responded swiftly. Thousands took to the streets as soon as the decision by the Spanish National Court judge became known. Some major civic organizations have called on the public to continue to protest against the imprisonment of the 8 deposed ministers. In the evening, thousands took to the main squares in several Catalan towns, and in Barcelona, people also gathered in front of the Catalan parliament to protest the imprisonments, and at 10 p.m., loud pot and pans protests were held throughout the country. Thousands of people caused a cacophony of noise by clanging kitchen utensils from balconies and outside front doors. In Girona, Carles Puigdemont's hometown, the city suspended one of its most well-attended events, which consists of outdoor concerts and festivities. According to the city council, they did so to show their rejection to the incarceration of the government ministers. Nor are the protests likely to stop anytime soon. Major civic organizations have called on the public to demonstrate on November the 11th, and it probably won't be for the last time.
Indeed, yet more protest actions are being organized, the next as soon as next Wednesday. A strike called for November 8th in protest of the imprisonments of the 8 Catalan government officials held without bail is set to take place throughout the country, but this is not the first symbolic strike we've seen. The upcoming strike has been called by minor union Intersindical CSC and has been backed by the civil society organizations Òmnium Cultural and the Catalan National Assembly. It's still unclear if larger unions will decide to take part, but if they do, the effect will be powerful. Exactly a month ago, on October 3rd, a countrywide general strike was observed to denounce police violence from the October 1st referendum vote. Businesses all throughout the country shut their doors, with public transport operating at below capacity. Even FC Barcelona took part. Something also likely to be condemned in Catalonia is the Spanish government's decision to challenge more Catalan legislation in the Constitutional Court. The court will rule on whether laws for retail, climate change, and protecting the taxi sector passed in the Catalan chamber are constitutional or not. The challenge came on the same day that the Constitutional Court ruled that 3 regulations passed in the Catalan parliament for the holding of the October 1st referendum are illegal. It's been an intense month in Catalonia, and unemployment in October has gone up. The month saw an increase of 14,698 people for unemployment, for a total of 415,071. This increase also coincides with the end of the tourist season in Catalonia, which however benefited from a growth in tourist spending. This sector has registered an increase for the month of September. A total 2,168 million euros spent show a growth of 6.3% compared to the same month last year. The numbers show that each tourist spent about 1,089 euros during their stay in Catalonia for a full, fun trip. And that's all for today. But before we go, we leave you with some images of an exhibition running until January 2018. It can be found at Art Santa Monica in Barcelona, and it's by Francesc Torres and Santiago Idañez. It's an artistic and historic dialogue about the Civil War, with an added international gaze. It uses real footage shot by American soldier Harry Randall, alongside paintings and artifacts, and shows a human side of this terrible conflict. Thanks for watching, and see you on Monday.